Hi everyone, Trevor Davis here, back again with book 3 on the RWA required reading list, Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. This is one of the most popular books on wealth there is, and this is a paradigm shifting book like no other.
Robert Kiyosaki teaches people to be millionaires. He teaches people to be millionaires. And he says that the rich have a very different way of thinking about money that anybody can learn.
Quite frankly, if you haven't read this book, I'm pretty envious of you because it's a mind-altering experience. And the chance that you're going to be the same person by the time you finish this book is slim to none. This is going to change your life and the way you think about money. Now, let's go on and get started with your success in... So here we are talking about Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's a highlight of two very different financial strategies between two different people in Robert's life when he was growing up. His biological dad is his poor dad. He decided to work for the government and rely on savings accounts in order to retire effectively. On the other hand, his best friend's dad is the rich dad, and after he literally created money, Robert made money in his driveway, which was illegal. His poor dad told him to go to his best friend's dad to learn about wealth. What ends up happening is that Robert sees the differences as a child, and those are sealed in from a very early age as to what those differences are that allows a rich person to get and maintain wealth, and what keeps a poor person poor and a middle class person middle class. This is really a more relaxed read because it's only 287 pages, so the good news is you'll probably be able to get it done quicker, 2 readings, maybe even 1. And this is where, very exciting, it goes from the abstract and into the practical. We at Real Wealth Academy recommend this book after 7 Habits because this is where you're starting to learn about the finances themselves. You've learned about maintaining positive mentality, positive actions and habits, and now it's time to really seal all that in because you're ready to start being financially intelligent.
And it's a mentality. It's a total way of thinking, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
And it's really easy to change if you're willing to change the way you think.
And this is the ultimate carrot and stick book. We've got Rich Dad's carrot, the life he's able to live, the peace he's able to have by having wealth, versus the stick side of things, which is Poor Dad's life and the suffering and fear that he has to live through. Now, living in fear is not something that I want anybody to do. And I'm still young. I've learned a lot from my father in books like these. And one of the biggest things I've learned is that I don't want to live that way. I don't want anybody to live that way. I don't want anybody at RWA to live that way. And it's not about being in fear with this book. It's about learning how to channel that into something positive when it comes to your finances, getting over that fear and doing what it takes to achieve financial independence for yourself and your family. To read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, head down to your favorite bookstore now where everybody undoubtedly knows you by name as the financial enthusiast. Use this relationship too, and if they have other recommendations, they can make recommendations too. Books available on Amazon too for people doing social distancing. You know, this is still 2020, so we're all trying to be careful. Digital format fans like myself, I love my Kindle. Get it on Kindle. Audio fans, check it out on Audible if you want to listen to it while you're driving. Classic version, 20-year version, and the 20-year version talks about what's been going on, the financial cycles, and how things have changed a little bit, but literally uses them as case studies for the timelessness of these principles because they're always going to work regardless of what's going on financially or in the stock market for that matter. There's no better way to start highlighting the financial aspect of the things we believe in than with this book. You've learned how to be personally successful, interpersonally successful with the first 2 books. Now it's time to get a concrete knowledge of what it is you need to be doing to achieve financial independence.
It's about changing the way you think. That's what the whole book is about.
That's it, because we're our biggest asset, we're also our biggest liability.
We are.
Yeah, we are.
So go out there and read this book now. Go get it now and read it now. Again, you can probably take care of this in 1 reading, maybe 2. It's very fun read. It's an absolute blast. It's very entertaining. and it's just every page is oozing with knowledge that you're going to be able to use for yourself. Reach out whenever you're done reading so we can start talking about this book. Let me know what you think. Trevor@getrealwealth.com, right here at the bottom of the screen. And I respond personally to each and every email, and I do it right across the hallway in this very office. So send me an email at trevor@getrealwealth.com and let's talk about Rich Dad Poor Dad. So let's wrap up. Here's what you should be taking away. Number 1, Robert Kiyosaki has a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad that will challenge and hopefully change your life and change the way you think about money. Number 2, everyone here at Real Wealth Academy recommends it because after you've learned all of those interpersonal and personal habits in the first 2 books, now it's the time to learn about financial independence. Number 3, get it now, read it now. However you're going to be getting this book, listening to it, reading it, whatever, do it now. Number 4, talk to someone about the book, whoever your coach is here, whoever you feel like talking to about this book at Real Wealth Academy. Just let us know. I love to talk about these books. I love to talk about books in general. So send me an email and we can start talking about this book. Thanks again for tuning in. This is Trevor Davis at Real Wealth Academy. Subscribe to our Facebook, subscribe to our Instagram so that you can be notified when we release the next video in the series that covers the 4th and final book in our reading list, which is The One and Only Richest Man in Babylon by George Clason. So see y'all next time. This is Trevor Davis and this has been your Success in 5.